I'll probably want to be stupid. I'll probably want to be stupid somehow, no matter what.
Okay, so we had a little bit of a problem with the last live stream because my computer ran out of electricity. Anyway, we've got the problem resolved now by plugging it into an outlet that has power. Regardless, what I want to say to you as the prospective or actual viewing audience is, hey there, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Really, quite well, actually. Better than fine. You know why? Because Horse Mumbler has poured for me a glass of water. Now that tastes like hospitality. It was the coconut. Can you put up the new one now?
Close and
This one's done.
yeah, I want to.
That's from earlier.
Let's see what's up.
There it is. Music and mixed topics. All right.
All right.
The coconut xylophone. Oh, coconut xylophone. It makes me think of a Calypso song. Everybody loves Calypso music.
Yeah.
You seriously cannot get enough Calypso.
This one that I think.
Oh, coconut. Coconut xylophone. Oh, coconut. Coconut xylophone. Coconut xylophone. Coconut xylophone. Won't you stroke my bone? Coconut xylophone. Coconut xylophone. Coconut xylophone. Is that sea foam you're putting in my gas tank? There. I call that song Coconut Xylophone. It's a Calypso wonder. If you enjoy a wonderful Calypso song played on a coconut xylophone, you're in luck tonight because I've begun this live stream with just such a number. You'll see beside me, atypically, I have a gentleman rocking in a chair. Normally, that's not the case. Normally, I'm sitting by myself. Sometimes Cameron's sitting off camera. This is why you don't like being first. So what made you interested in getting all of these things? Because you like the way they sound? Or you started freaking out and collecting them, or what?
It was my job for another number of years. I used to work for. I used to work for my former music teacher who has a small business importing and shipping around, importing and exporting, distributing Columbus.
You're Columbus?
Yes. So, and for a number of years, I was employed as I was the I was the shipping clerk guy. Put processed orders, put them in boxes, got them to the post office, and I was also quality control. I was responsible for making sure it was actually the things were in tune and tuned to. And one of the businesses, so the an integral part of the business was the the variety on offer. We nowhere else had the same variety of platforms and tunings. We would do custom tuning. You could get it in default, or each of the various bodies you could usually get a few or half a dozen even different tunings, different keys. You could even
maybe like harmonicas.
Yeah, so there were dozens of many dozens of different tunings we offered, and my job was switching the tune, retuning things, and so that's how and I learned a lot about my musical ability gained a fair bit just by tuning the instruments.
I don't like the tuning this one then.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's like 1, 3, 5.
Yeah, it's an easy cheery. It's a pentatonic scale. So basically, all the potentially sour notes aren't there, which makes it easy not to sound bad. But then again, it makes it kind of an insipid. It's kind of it's a limited scale.
Really nice sounding.
Yeah, that one.
This one? Yeah, sure. Okay,
I
so
want to play and I don't want to make mistakes.
either Eric's making you feel awkward or stressed, or you're an introvert. Probably all three. Okay, probably all three, Nicholas Watson. I don't think those are exclusive.
I'm an introvert.
I wish I could be a mailman. My first day I showed up to work and they said my shorts weren't short enough, so they fired me. That cannot possibly be true.
Eric's making me feel quite at ease. I tend to be natively awkward and
Right, rub some sunscreen on them earlier.
if not stressed, certainly.
Make him feel more comfortable. I was like, easy there, big guy. Easy there. Let me rub some of the sunscreen on you. Oh, we're not supposed to tell about that part? Okay. No, I didn't rub sunscreen on him. Esima que Chiqueta Grande El Shore. Encima, I don't know what encima means. QT, Qte, Facundo. What's Facundo? I don't know that either. You have to translate for me, Mateus Sanchez. You're gonna have to translate for me. If anybody has any comments, thoughts, questions, queries, complaints, or other notions regarding music or other topics, then please present those notions. Does Arizona have oases? Oases?
Yeah, we've got some.
Who's got a guitar here? Who's got a keyboard of some sort. He's got what I mistakenly called the conga, but it's actually called something else.
Djembe.
A djembe drum. He's got a little Squire amp. Can I play your guitar?
Yeah, it's 12 string, and I don't play it myself, but I got that out thinking.
Strings. Wow, you don't see those very often.
I brought that over thinking you might want to. So my dad's guitar is somewhere here, but I checked it and the number, half the strings weren't.
Oh, look at that. This is Japanese? Oh, that's a nice guitar. I've never even tuned a 12 string before. Okay.
I think I've got this one tuned.
Jesus, it's hard to figure out.
Nicolay Che asks what instruments we have around our. I already answered that. Various.
I don't see that tenor. This is hard.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright. In fact, you just showed me.
Okay, Nicholas Watson says, hot topic. Okay, why do hot dog buns come in packs of 10 and hot dogs come in packs of 8?
So you're supposed to buy 80 of each.
So that you'll say, oh, just get 16 hot dogs for now, so that and while you're at it, might as well get 20 buns, because I don't know, or maybe it's tradition. Maybe it's because it was more convenient for somebody's accounting somewhere to do.
Any number that's less than 10 or more than 10 buns is unlucky. You're likely to burn your meat. You don't want to burn your meat, do you? Well, I'm sorry, everybody. You have to bear with me for a second. It's not like tuning a 6 string, okay? This is fancy business here.
Did a little prep work, but only so much. Here's another topic. If we had a dog in that room, how many times would the dog howl tonight? Depends on the dog. Too many.
Damn it, throw the wrong one.
I'm not a fan of howling dogs. I have
Damn it.
occasionally yowling cats, which is enough.
Let's see if it reports. Yeah, so we go right. There we go. Now it's in. Unbelievable. Took a long time. So anyway,
Curie room.
Cutie only again.
I think I've got this one. So I was
Allowed to fight perfectly alright. What you Cheese and forget about shit and talked all that you ever called. If we ever were gathering up the trees, I would get time. It's the sound. Jesus, listen to priorities. He's following back, staring into these. See me making music with my Mr. Second from the so it's a cars and different. He's talking such better resume. Partition of prison calls. Destruction of the whole damn world. See how quiet I can play that? That's so quiet.
Yeah.
It's called not being too loud. This is nice.
That's
Sounds really cool. It's like you definitely get excellent word sounds from it. What was that sound?
notification something.
Okay. So now we're gonna go into full blast entertaining mode, okay, instead of just fucking around mode.
Try at least.
I'm gonna try. What is my favorite type of cheese? It's gonna have to be cheddar. I like cheddar. Mermaids have multiple cloacas.
Right?
What's a cloaca?
Isn't the part of the characteristics of a cloaca is being the only hole. It's
Cloaca?
yeah. So
What does it
like
mean?
it means like birds, for example, have cloacas. They don't have
So a cloaca is a wing then?
No.
Is
no,
it a feather?
It's
Is it a beak?
combined defecatory urinary reproductive system whole. So monotremes have cloacas like echidnas, and
Monotremes have
Platypi.
cloacas?
that's what
Do I
monotreme
have a
means, one
cloaca?
hole. So like
Do I have a cloaca?
no, you're a mammal. Or, well, I mean,
I want one.
you're in a monotreme.
I want a cloaca. I want to change in my
No, I kinda
anus
like-
and urinary tract for a
I
cloaca.
kind of like the crotch differentiation myself.
I'm just saying, birds mix their pee and their poo together.
Yeah.
That's very efficient.
So, just
I can have a cloaca in addition to my current biology. Perm to both. Let's see what else they have to say. Now we discussed the important issue of cloaca. Cloaci, as Hambone quickly corrects. Mermaids aren't even real. They're not? Are you sure? Those ladies that are half fish, half lady, they're not real? The ones with the titties and the fish bottoms? Well, makes sense. I mean, think about it. If you lived in the ocean and you were a mermaid, your nipples would constantly be rock hard. Why? It's freezing cold down there. And only the bottom half of you is the fish. Do you see the problem? I do. Boobs aren't made for Arctic waters. Everybody knows that. I can't hammer or pull on strings. My abilities are reduced to power chords and simple ones like A minor, E, and D. Well, you could learn some new ones if you want. Are mermaids mammals? Good question. Good question. Are fish mammals?
Selkies count, maybe.
Okay, well, look, they're definitely mammals because why? They definitely have mammary glands. And that makes them mammals. So probably the fish part at the bottom is just a scaly covering to a sexy young woman underneath. He's got to peel it back like a wrapping paper or a corn husk. Mermaids are like corn husks, but instead of having a husk, the husk part of them is what appears to be a fin bottom. If you peel away, there are legs underneath. And guess what's between those legs? That's right, lady genitals. To match with the boobs. You see? Because that wouldn't be fair if they would just had boobs and then you're like, okay, well, what's going on here with this bottom part? Right. The mermen are a lot more aerodynamic than the merwomen, obviously. That's why the merwomen aqua races, they get paid so much less than the mermen in their races. Because nobody wants to watch, mermaid races in the mer community. Because, of course, it's not that big of a deal to see their titties because they see them constantly. So there's no reason to watch them do their races. For the mer people, it'd be interesting for us to watch, probably. They don't let us watch normally. Their away stands are above water and the races are below water, so you can't see anything. Nipples that never left the water. Nipples don't never leave the water if they're on a mermaid, because mermaid nipples are often sitting on top of a rock, displaying themselves to passing by ships. That's how they lure them into their deaths. Are mermaids mammals? Yes, they definitely are mammals. They have boobs that makes them mammals.
But are the nipples always pruny or never when they're underwater?
I mean, they,
And
like other mammals, they have to rise to the surface periodically to both breathe and to dry out their nipples.
but like, so like, I wonder if like pruny fingers, would that be like, would that feel normal for a mer person? And then when they go on dry land, maybe having smooth fingers, like, fingers feel tight.
Their skin looks and feels like human skin, but it's got some additional like wrinkle proofing, wrinkle proofing agents in it of some sort, like wrinkle be gone or something, so that they can be underwater for a long time without getting wrinkled. They still stay smooth and soft, but their nipples are actually like kind of like a dog. They've got the ability to shake themselves back and forth like this, and then all the water comes off of them, even though they don't have any fur. It's pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. That is evolution, Hembo. That's truly evolution. When a species of subhuman, and let's not mince words, they're not a smart species, smart people. Dumb as buckets of seashells. Chinese symbol for two women under one roof.
So the Chinese character for two women and under a roof, I'm not sure if it is or simply bears a very similar, like only a line or two off from
Mushroom Cloud,
from the character for Trouble. So it's two.
It's just picture of a mushroom cloud.
Two women under one.
Two women under one roof makes a baby blown up roof. That's what they're saying in China, but they're very sexist over there. I lived with two women for a long time. One of them was my cat Pee Pee. One of them was Rachel. They got along great, and there was no conflict between them.
So I guess the question is, can one get two women of the same species under one roof without trouble?
I mean,
I'm just not qualified to.
Yes, I would say yes, you can, but they got to get periodic spankings, both of them, from a man who comes to visit, spank them to set them straight, or else they just go crazy. They need male supervision. By two women under one roof. By supervision, I mean spankings. Oh, really? Trying to reducing a new queen to a beehive. Try introducing a new queen to a beehive and see what happens. Huh. Genetics and female half-fish are fake news? Female half-fish? Oh, you mean mermaids. Genetics aren't fake. Genetics are real. Mermaids are too. You know, when the restaurant told you you were getting tilapia, anything, Henry? You were getting mermaid bottom. What I meant was try introducing a new queen to a beehive that already has one. What will happen? What that already has one? I see. What if you introduce a new queen to a beehive that's lost its old queen? Are they happy to receive the new queen? They go, fuck yeah, we were looking for one of these.
I think so. I know if you put two queens together, they'll fight it out, and the one will, one will live, one won't, and that I think they generally accept. I think the colony generally accepts the winner, and
obviously they need a king bee around.
I think we'll take us take. I think they'll take any substitute.
Is genetic engineering evolution? No. It's adaptation of and within the bounds of a species genome. What is the new queen's tax policy? Is that what the bees ask before they decide? That's smart of them. I wouldn't have realized that they were so on top of that shit. You know, it makes sense though. We're going to take less of your hard-earned honey. It's really the beekeeper who's taxing the bees, not really the queen. Taxing like almost all of their honey. Because they can live in this box. Doesn't seem like a very good deal. But I guess they're fine with it. Otherwise, they wouldn't stick around. You know, they'd fly to a different place. Sometimes queenless hives kill newly introduced queen if it's too genetically different.
I'm thinking of the rent is too damn high guy, but with yellow and black striped hair or something.
All right. Yeah. Well, regardless of the rent being high or low, bees cannot get enough of that delicious sweet honey. That's why they make it all the time. It's like the only thing they make. They make honey and they make places to make honey.
Well, if you could make honey, what else would you make? Why bother?
If I could make honey, I would be very unimpressed with honey at that point. I'd be like, so I can make honey, for God's sakes. I don't even like honey that much. Why couldn't I make sour cream or something? I put that on Mexican food at least. You can't put honey on Mexican food? You ever seen a Mexican put honey on their food? No. I've been Mexican. I know. We no puedo. Whatever I was talking about.
I've put honey on tortillas before, and it's pretty good.
That's good. You're not a Mexican like me. Me llamo, my name, me llamo, es Puerto Rico. I am the Mexican host of our Spanish people. I know. You don't know. It's a Mexican thing. You wouldn't understand. Okay. So those bees have never read the lock. That is a shame. Hey, I hosted the fuck out of this box. We put our labor into this. We stayed here. We built a hive. It's our box now. You can't come in here and take this honey. Haven't you ever heard of blocking rule of appropriation? Come on. Oh, it's good stuff.
There's a kid's cartoon in that. civics lessons disguised as cartoons about bees and apiarists.
Look at this here. Well, I found Vegas. It's the first queen bee that hatches goes around and kills the other queen bees that have been hatched.
Yeah.
If, in fact, normal understanding of evolution were the case, then why would it be the case the queen bees would just start hatching earlier and earlier and earlier? And so you've got this like just barely formed queen bee fetus just squirming out of its mom's stomach and going, "Fuck you," killing all
Well,
the siblings.
they have to at least be formed enough to kill the siblings.
They just have to be formed enough to smother the siblings. They haven't even been hatched yet, to lay on top of them. How do you think they kill them?
With their jaws, probably their mandibles. I
Mandibles.
would assume they'd, direct approach. I would assume they'd probably just eat them.
Wrong. They sting them to death, obviously.
What about the?
They're bees.
Oh, we're talking about bee. Okay, we're talking about bee. But do queen bees even have stingers?
They gather some stingers from the worker bees. They hold them in the little bee hands, and they go, meow, meow. And they kill the fetuses all around them. Rah! Those bees are brutal, I tell you. You don't want to be a bee queen. Not. I mean, you do. Actually, if you are a queen, well, you began life with siblicide, mass siblicide. You began life pulling an Itachi Uchiha. You familiar with what he did?
No.
Killed his whole family. Killed them all. The whole Uchiha clan, except for Sasuke. Pretty sad. What about the queen bee's mom? Does the queen bee's mom count as a queen bee too? Do you know? I don't think he knows. Does anybody out there know? Does the queen bee's mom count as a queen bee? Does the queen bee then have to kill her own mom too? Is it matricide?
Queens habitually, I think they either, I might be getting some stuff confused with ants. They either don't feed the larva, whatever is needed to become a queen, and or kill potential queen larva.
I want the baby queen to do battle with her mom. And a death match, mother versus child. There's the Sith Lords of bugs.
You can probably see it on YouTube. There's probably someone who's. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's.
Well, Hanbone looked it up. Obviously, he's got the right answer. Queen bee's mom gets the guillotine. It's if they're civilized enough to have a guillotine. Some tribes, and hives. I guess you could call them hives instead of tribes. But some hives burn the queen bee at the stake. It's much more barbaric. Well, of course you eat honey cake first. Everybody eats honey cake before you do anything if you're a bee. It's like, you want to go to the movies? Yeah, let's have some honey cake first. Of course, we gotta have honey cake first. You know what we should do though before we have honey cake? We should have some honey cake. Yeah, we should always do have honey cake first. Okay, so what are we talking about in this live stream? Absolutely nothing. Sounds good.
Much.
Bees. This kind of live stream entertains me. I don't mind listening to this one. I don't like the ones where I'm tuning the guitar for a long time, as I was at the beginning of this one, or the ones where I'm just sitting there quietly reading the chat to myself and not saying anything, which happens sometimes.
We're flying totally intuitive here, no plan, in part because my polar SE plan allergies.
Epigenetics, micro and macro evolution are
Would like to.
3 conceptual frameworks of what are 3 conceptual frameworks of genetics? No, you wouldn't really call epigenetics a conceptual framework of genetics, would you, Eric? No, I wouldn't. I don't know what to call them. After bees became right, sure. After bees became ABB, gotcha. Bees kill wasps by flapping their wings really fast, causing heat death. Do wasps kill bees by flapping their wings really slow, causing them to get hypothermia? No, that would be interesting. I heard in hives with no female queen, a male drone may eventually become a female queen. Should fact check that though. Are you talking about transgendered bees? Are you talking transgender bees? Well, there are certain, that's called dichogamy. You know what dichogamy is?
Remind me.
It's the sudden turning from one sex to another sex of a fish. Fish are dichogamous. Some kinds of fish. No. Usually, like mammals aren't dichogamous. I don't know about bees. Maybe. Wasps kill bees by eating their ass like murderers. That'd be a tough way to go. That would not be a fun way to go. Isn't beeswax just bee fat? No. It's pollen goo. Okay? Beeswax is pollen goo. It's basically pollen that has been made into a wax-like goo. I don't know what it is actually. Well, I don't know, so they just mixed it up. I imagine it must be, well, I mean, they only really one answer to what is beeswax. It's wax that bees make,
The stuff they make that isn't honey.
It's bee poo? Beeswax isn't
No,
bee
it's not
poo.
It's a natural body product, but it's not poo.
Who makes the honey anyway? Most of the bees don't make the honey, do they? Do you think they get ants from Mexico to come up to make their honey for them?
No, I think they're insular with a lot of in-group preference.
In-group preference. Uh-oh. I don't like in-group preference.
They don't like outside insects, bee, non-bee.
Do you think they ever get a praying mantis to come in and supervise? Do you think praying mantises would be good supervisors, don't you think? I dropped a little meow on the meow, meow. Oh, where has it gone? Yeah, I dropped a little meow on the meow. It's just to say that the screw that goes on the end of this thing. Not screwless. Nut. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. C'est la vie. Okay, I don't know about praying mantises, but praying mantises are great priests. They are great priests. They're diligent in their prayer stance. Okay. I was mowing once and drove over a wasp nest in the ground. Did a lot of wasps come out? Were they angry? I bet they weren't very thrilled. The sky's clear, it's cold, the sun feels gay about this. Well, let the sun be whoever the sun wants to be. Do you have a flashlight?
Yeah.
Thanks. That magic.
We're looking for
A little screw that goes on the end of this thing.
Yep.
Here it is. Yeah. You take that part. Okay, so I am running out of gas here. So I think probably about ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna hit a drive-through on the way back to the motel and try to get some few hours of sleep. I'm still kind of undecided about whether I'm gonna stay overnight tomorrow night or not. Probably I will, because it was kind of a longer drive than I expected, or it felt like a longer drive than I expected. I don't really feel like going and doing it, turn around and doing it immediately.
Yeah, probably.
Although Monday morning is probably not a good time to do it either, really. So I don't know. Maybe I will just check out tomorrow and then take off. But anyway, regardless of whether I stay or go tomorrow from here, I want to at least meet you for lunch and make another couple videos or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll definitely do that. But I may or may not. I'll probably try to just fucking push through and go home rather than get another night. Or I might even push partway through and get a motel like in Needles or something like that. I don't know.
No, I for one am an advocate of doing long drives well slept.
Yeah, generally a good idea. Okay, thanks for being here, everybody. Good night, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.